The first thing we did to discover the life of Sam Altman was to ask ChatGPT, the revolutionary artificial intelligence system he himself designed through the company he founded in 2015, OpenAI. Sam Altman is an American entrepreneur and technologist, known for being the president of OpenAI and former CEO of Loopt, tells us about the virtual robot we are talking about and a lot since its launch on November 30th. In his response, he referred to the fact that he is considered an influential leader in the technological community and that he offers lectures on topics related to artificial intelligence. A credible cover letter based on facts or generalizations but which, as the system itself recognizes, does not make subjective statements about an individual's personality or character. We therefore decided to consult a little more traditional sources to learn more about the man who is beginning to shape our present with a series of technological innovations such as the aforementioned ChatGPT and the DALL-E image generator. First, the non-beneficiary. Samuel Altman learned to program and disassemble one of Apple's first computers, the Macintosh, at the age of 8, according to an interview with The New Yorker. He entered Stanford University, California, USA, to study computer science, but did not complete his studies. With some friends, they decided to devote themselves entirely to developing their first idea, Loopt, an app to share the site with other people. We are talking about the year 2005, long before WhatsApp existed and almost at the same time as Facebook appeared. Loopt was not very important, but it served as a springboard for Altman's career as an entrepreneur and opened the doors to the world of big tech investments. Y Combinator, YC, is one of the companies that supported Loopt in its early days. This accelerator of some of the most prestigious and successful startups has invested in innovations such as Airbnb and Dropbox. Altman sold his first project for over $40 million, allowing him to expand his areas of interest and invest in many of the ideas under the YC, which he chaired between 2014 and 2019. It is during this period that he creates with Elon Musk OpenAI, a company that allows him to immerse himself in a world that fascinates and that he fears at the same time, that of artificial intelligence. Human side. OpenAI is a research company whose mission, according to its website, is to ensure that artificial intelligence benefits all humanity and does not kill it. This idea is partly motivated by Altman's fear that artificial intelligence will become a deadly weapon against humans. In Tad Friend's detailed report for The New Yorker in 2016, Altman talks about the need for a merger as the best possible scenario for the future. We either enslave artificial intelligence or it enslaves us, he said. An idea shared by Musk, who, although he broke away from OpenAI in 2018 due to what he called conflicts of interest with his main company Tesla, it continues to invest in it and to finance other projects along the same lines in order to control artificial intelligence. One of them is Neuralink to try to connect our brain to computers. The owner of Twitter believes that only in this way can humans keep pace with artificial intelligence and not be moved by it when these systems react. Our way of speaking will seem very slow to computers, he said, a kind of whale sound clearly alluding to the ability of computers to process information in terabytes. In the present, this fatalistic vision of the future that prompted Musk and Altman to get involved in artificial intelligence was also what determined OpenAI's strategy for ChatGPT and DALL-E. One of the things we really believe is that the most responsible way to introduce these systems into society is gradually, said Altman a few weeks ago in a conversation with Strictly VC, a company that shows what is happening in Silicon Valley and the technological world. A strategy that, according to the .csv channel on YouTube, specialized in information and explanation of artificial intelligence, marks a turning point with what has been the trend of large technology companies over the past 20 years. There is a trend for companies that are paving the way for artificial intelligence to act under the Silicon Valley motto of acting fast and breaking things, they say, analyzing Altman's words. This philosophy of being agile and getting out of products without thinking about their implications. They stress that in the case of Sam, it is not a question of going fast but of getting out of the products still imperfect so that little by little the company adapts to it. In a way, this is what is happening with ChatGPT and DALL-E, which are already receiving a lot of criticism from many quarters, including academia and creativity. ChatGPT is incredibly limited, acknowledged Altman in a thread he tweeted in December. but good enough for some things to create a false sense of greatness. It's a mistake to trust him with something important right now. Altman concluded by saying that this is only a glimpse of what progress will be and that there is still much work to be done in terms of its soundness and veracity. In the future, Altman will be 38 in April and recently relaunched a message from 3 years ago in which he predicted major technological developments to be achieved by 2025. Operate nuclear fusion on a prototype scale in a sustainable manner, make artificial intelligence generally available to many in the industry, and make gene editing a cure for at least one of the most important diseases that affect us. In this tweet, he mentions nuclear fusion, his other major concern. Altman has spent years investing heavily in stimulating the research and development efforts of Helion Energy, which seeks to produce clean, low-cost electricity using a fuel derived exclusively from water. There are still 2 years to see if one or more of Altman's predictions turn out to be a reality. But among them, artificial intelligence, which we are witnessing the first steps thanks to OpenAI. How much is it worth? We do not know exactly how much it is worth, but recently, there have been several announcements projecting its growth towards the select group of billionaires. OpenAI, which was born as a non-profit project, became a hybrid company with limited profits. A few weeks ago, the Wall Street Journal reported in an article that OpenAI was on its way to becoming one of the most successful startups in the United States with a value of $29 million despite the few profits it generates. Shortly thereafter, the multi-billion-dollar multi-year agreement the company entered into with Microsoft made itself known with the promise of having a strong impact in the not-too-distant future. In personal computing, the internet, smart devices, and the cloud. And this week, we discovered the more version of ChatGPT, a subscription service being tested in the United States for which we pay $20 per month. The changes they guarantee will not affect their commitment to creating reliable and secure artificial intelligence systems and products.